All right. Hello, 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 hello. Okay, I hope my volume is working at this time. Okay, it is currently 1:14 a.m. Okay, I decided that I wanted to start doing a little, I guess you could call it podcast at night after dark. After dark. Okay. Um and this is going to be like a little topic of discussion thing. I mean, this is my first time trying this. I had wanted to get creative or whatever and to actually start doing little short topics for right now, little blackout topics. Just to try this shit out. Okay? I mean, this is where hold on. In a whip so low, no one's gotta know. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I know nobody ain't gonna be up at this time, but oh well, whoever catches it, catches it. I'm really not expecting people that, you know, like family or people that, you know, pretty much know who I am to tap the fuck in, okay? I really don't care about all that. But I'm gonna give a little, you know, background about myself here in a little bit. I'm just trying to figure out how can I tag somebody, you know? I mean, they always say before, you know, you become like, it's not even about views or anything like that, or it's not even the fuck about like, yeah, like views, clout, or nothing like that. Like, it's just about putting out the service and just letting it flow. You know what I'm saying? I've been wanting to for so long, for so many years, to come out with my own podcast, y'all. I've been wanting to so bad, but I just never really had the courage for it. And you know, like, I'm like surprised. Like, a lot of people were like, well, some people were like, that know me very well, were like, I'm surprised that you're even nervous to even come out with anything, because you would get in front of the camera and you would just, you know, pop your shit, or you would like do your readings, or you would like, you know, get in front of the camera. You know, they were like, some people don't have that much courage. But believe it or not, like, even before I even like, before, like, when I used to go live on here a lot, like on my other Facebook account, and do my readings, I used to be very nervous. I used to be nervous as shit. I would show up like I'm real confident, but I would still be nervous. You know what I'm saying? So that's neither here nor there. I'm just saying. But yeah, like, I do want to start this little thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm like testing this out. But anyways, I'm, you know, very transparent. I speak my mind. I say whatever the fuck is on my mind. I really don't give a fuck. I mean, I know I got a lot of haters out there that just really just, you know, they love the, I guess, the entertainment. They love the satisfaction of, you know, watching me or whatever. But that's fine. I mean, that's what comes with the territory, you know, anything that you do, you know. So yeah, shout out to anybody that could actually relate to that. But one of the topics that I did want to talk about, this won't be, by the way, this won't be like an everyday thing or all the time thing, but this is something that I want to do every once in a while. I don't know. It's like I start on Facebook with everything that I do. I've tried, with TikTok, like I'm on TikTok, but TikTok is not so lenient when it comes down to the cussing. You know what I'm saying? I absolutely have no filter. I got a mouth of a fucking sailor. I really don't give a fuck. I cuss, okay? I do. You know what I'm saying? That's not something I would ever want to, teach my child or anything like that. But as a grown-ass woman, like, I cuss, okay? And it is what it is. Even in the book of knowledge, like, the most genuine people, the most successful people cuss. So, the fuck? Anyways, yeah, so this conversation might be all over the place, but this is just going to be the first little thing that I do, like, little podcast that I do. Like I said, it won't be an every night thing. Like I said, it's going to be people that know me from my hometown or that know me individually, like family and stuff. I don't really care if y'all are here or not. I still got to do a Facebook sweep. I still got to delete and block a lot of people because, like, I don't really give a fuck about. Over the years, I've gotten so much more support from people that I don't even know. Okay? And that's just how it is. You get more support from people that you don't even know than family. Okay? You can have a business, a local business, a small business, whatever the fuck. You can have something going for yourself. And the last thing, you could be friends with billions of, like, just so many of your family, and they're not going to share shit. They're not going to support shit. But it be the people, strangers that don't even know you, that will literally support you. Okay? And that's been happening over the years since I've even started putting myself out there, ever since I started putting my voice out there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, the topic for tonight, it's going to be a little short topic or whatever. It's not going to be for long. But the topic for tonight is, I deal with me. Okay? I deal with me, and only I can deal with me. Only I can heal me. You feel me? It's so many. Like I said, I have my opinion, okay? I have my opinion on things. I've been through a lot of shit in my life to where I speak up on shit, and a lot of times there's a lot of, people that will take it as I'm too emotional, or I'm too raw, or I'm too this, I'm too that. And I've just accepted a long time ago that I'm just not for every fucking body. And I'm fine with that. My energy is just not for everybody. And I'm fine with that. But I speak up on what the fuck I want to speak up on. You feel me? So, sometimes your opinion or you speaking up on things, basically will get taken as whatever. Like, it just depends on what type of traumas people been through, what type of level, whatever mind frame somebody is on. They're going to take it how they want to take it. Right? But the people who get it, they get it. And sometimes I'm the type of motherfucker that will say things that a person wish they could say, or a person that was thinking that, you know what I'm saying, or didn't have the courage to say that. But I am working on a lot of, like, things in my life where I'm just like, is it worth me saying that? Is it worth my energy? I don't think it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still working on that, even as a mother, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the mothers out there that's working on themselves, that's personally working on themselves. We're also going to get on the topic about childhood trauma, things like that, okay? Certain things that a lot of people ain't ready for, okay? Even with spirituality, a lot of people was not ready for that shadow work talk. A lot of people was not ready for a lot of things, okay? And yes, I'm still on my spiritual journey. Yes, I'm still on my path. I don't really want to do readings on here, but I do want to do readings on TikTok and keep it on YouTube. I might post the readings that I do on TikTok on here on Facebook, but other than that, I don't think I would go live here. I'm still deciding that. I'm still, to this day, I'm still deciding that, okay? But my little podcast shit, I would love to start here, okay? Now, why is it that my phone I don't know why it won't let me put the person that I wanted to tag in here. Alright, bet. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I hope y'all can hear me though. Whoever watches this video. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I'm not for everybody. It's certain things, that I am still working on. But anyways, let me get to the topic, because I can't get off topic. I can get to, talking, rambling and shit. But let me say this. The topic for tonight is only I can handle me. Only I can speak for me. Can't nobody else speak for you. Can't nobody else speak on the amount of trauma or the amount of things that you've been through. Okay? It's going to be people out here that make you feel like, that will feel like, because you are actually coming out and speaking on things, helping people. I wouldn't even necessarily say that you're a life coach or anything like that, because it's so many, people out here that want to be considered as this life coach, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I would just say that you're the type of person that just wants to, share your voice, help somebody out there. And when you speak on certain things, okay, let's say, for example, childhood trauma, I don't know if I could say that word, molestation, you speak about certain things like that, it would get taken out of context as you're telling your business, or you're doing too much, or you're saying too much. But you're just transparent. You're just speaking up, okay? You're just saying whatever the fuck you gotta say, because maybe it's somebody out there that needs that encouragement, okay? It's not for jokes. Like, we're living in a world that people try to tell you what the fuck you're going through, or what the fuck you should be over, or what you didn't go through, or what you should have did. And it's like, you would never know what it's like until you're in that other person's shoes, motherfucker. Okay? I never knew what it was like being homeless until I actually had to go homeless for a while. Okay? I never knew what it was like being in an abusive relationship until I had to be. Okay? I never knew what it was like to be in an abusive relationship until I had to be in an abusive relationship. So who the fuck was I to try to tell somebody what they should or should not feel in a certain situation, or what they did or did not go through? Okay? That's just the world we live in today. Okay? And so many of us are healing and getting through certain things in our life, and so many times we want to speak out, we want to say what we feel, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, when you're on a public platform, you're not gonna get taken, either too serious or too, you know what I'm saying? But a person has to go through what you go through in order to get, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not wishing this on anybody. I'm not wishing anything on anybody. But I'm just saying, like, you can't tell somebody how to feel unless you've been in their shoes. Okay? And that's just the topic for tonight. You cannot tell somebody how to feel. Just period. Okay? And I'm just very happy that we have people out here, especially in the millennial group, or people that are even young, like younger than me, that's coming out and actually speaking up, that's actually coming out and actually voicing their opinion, that's actually like using their voice, okay, to encourage others, to give others that push, okay? It's been a rough few years, okay, for me. It's been a rough few years. I'm not gonna go into detail tonight, but I'm gonna go into detail is, once I get comfortable with this platform, okay? But other than that, I'm not gonna, but yeah, that's just something to think about. Like, you can't tell somebody to feel how to feel if you've never been in their shoes. Just period. I gotta deal with me. I gotta make sure I'm good. You feel me? And if I had $1 for every time a motherfucker had an opinion on my life, I would be the richest motherfucker in the world. It's crazy because you got people out here that want to mind your business but don't want to mind theirs. I mean, they be up in your shit. You don't even have to tell them nothing, and they be up in your shit. Okay, trying to figure out, like, I wonder if she gonna get here. I wonder if she gonna get there. Where's she gonna be at? And it's like, where you at? Where you at in life? Who told you that you was bigger than the program? You feel me? Like, that type of shit. And it's a lot of things that I've been recognizing lately with my healing and everything like that. But I really got to be thankful, because I really want to show gratitude to the universe and to the Most High God that my spirit team, my ancestors, everything like that I'm actually hitting a very huge milestone in my life. And sometimes when you're getting to places in your life that are really like for the better, for the good, and you're moving forward, you're gonna be tried. A lot of things are gonna come back to you. Like, a lot of your past, your traumas are gonna come back to you. And I wouldn't say haunt you, but it's gonna come back to you to try you, to test you, to see how far you have come. And I'm kind of right there, like, finna graduate. I'm, onto bigger and better things. I'm a mother. But there's certain things in my life that now I'm starting to really recognize, and I'm starting to really, like, put 2 and 2 together. And I'm like, you know what? The math is math, and 2 plus 2 is 4. It's not 10 anymore. 2 plus 2 is not 10 anymore in my head. It's actually 4. It's starting to make sense. I'm starting to recognize a lot of the abuse, the narcissistic abuse, the abandonment issues, the everything, the verbal abuse, the everything that I went through. Starting to recognize it. And you recognize a lot of things when you actually become a parent. You start to see what type of parents you really had when you become a parent. And with me recognizing things, I'm just like, you know what? I'm so much bigger and better than that. Everything, every good thing that's happening in my life, I refuse to allow people in my life that do not serve me, do not serve my highest good, okay? I refuse to keep allowing people to speak for me, because, people gonna do what the fuck they want to do. You can't control nobody or what they say, but you definitely can control how you deal with them, whether they like it or not. But yeah, let that be the topic, though. You can only speak for you. Can't nobody tell your fucking story. Can't nobody tell your story. Can't nobody tell the traumas and the things that you've been through. Okay? When you ready to tell it, that's when you ready to tell it. And if you choose not to tell it, then that's what the fuck you choose. Okay? I really just laugh. I think it's very hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Like, how many people just be in other people's business that much, be that invested, but I do owe myself a huge apology. You know what I'm saying? At times when we're healing, we do owe ourselves a huge apology for how we've allowed things, or have allowed people to be in our life for that long. Okay, how we've allowed the disrespect. Sometimes, like, yeah, you have to look at yourself too. You have to take accountability and responsibility for that too, for allowing it, you know. But once you forgive yourself, and that's when you're ready to move forward. Once you recognize the pattern, that's when you're actually ready to move forward and basically get your blessings. So yeah, with that being said, I said this was gonna be a quick video. I'm kind of testing this out, but that was on my heart, that was on my chest. I had to get it up off my chest. That was on my spirit. Okay, and I just can only speak from the soul. I mean, I can't really pretend, you know, like, I just really can't. Like, I just say what's on my mind. And yeah, and whoever can relate to this, or whoever needs that, I mean, it's timeless. Facebook got some type of stupid ass policy now where they will delete your live videos within 30 days. I'm like, damn, if I would have known that, I would have saved all the videos that I had on Facebook. But you know, it's called moving forward. It's called, you know, starting fresh. I look back at other videos that I made back in the day and I'm like, damn, I have grown. I have grown a lot, okay? But yeah, that's the blackout topic for tonight. And like I said, I hope y'all have a good night. And yeah, I'll be back